In today's video, I'm going to be sharing how I use digital calendars, specifically iCal and Trello, to organize my week as a self-employed artist. If you've been around my channel, you know that I have a lot of videos about planning on paper. The way that I use my digital and paper planning together is digital planning for me is more of a pre-plan, so I start by digital planning and then I use my paper planners when the actual week and day comes. For me, it really is important to have both, but I'm going to show you how I use Trello to sort out my projects, and then I'll show you how I use iCal to plan my week, and I'll show you how I use them together because they do integrate together very nicely. We're going to start in Trello, and I do have my laptop here in front of me, so I will share my screen with you, but you will see me looking down throughout this video as I am setting it up. I'm not going to show you my actual Trello board. I'm going to show you a sample board, but I promise I'm going to show you exactly what I do, and it won't be any different. It's just I have so many ideas and projects that I can't necessarily share in my actual board, so I'm going to make a sample for you. Here in Trello.com you can see your boards, and I just created this sample board, and then you can create what they call lists. So you can see my lists here that I've started to create are ideas, design, writing, filming videos, editing videos, and let's do another list and let's say published. So this is kind of how I take my projects through Trello. I start by creating a card. So let's create a card, and let's say this is going to be a blog post about my 2022 goals. Okay, once I have the card, it's really easy to drag and drop these through different stages of work that I need to do depending on what it is. So let's say for a blog post, the first thing that we need to do is write the blog post. So I'm going to drag that over into my writing section. Some of my other ideas that I have sitting here are a planner setup video, and so the first thing that I need to do for a video is actually film it. So I'm going to throw it over here, and then once it's filmed, it will get dragged to editing videos, and you can kind of see that when I log into my Trello, I can really easily tell which projects are in what stage. And usually I have ideas is a long list. I'll just throw my ideas in there as they come to me, and then I know that I have a backup of all kinds of ideas. So let's say I want to design a line of planner stickers for summer. I'm going to move that to design, and then let's say once I've done that, let's say fall planner stickers. That will just be in my ideas. For my next ideas, I want to do Christmas stickers and so on. Now, the reason that I set up my list with these titles, design, writing, filming, editing, the way that I choose those titles is those are my work blocks throughout the week. And so design is always a work block that I'm going to have throughout the week. I'm always going to be filming videos, maybe not every week, maybe every other week. I'm always editing videos and so on. So these are the things that I regularly do. I also keep a list called published so that when these tasks are done, I can just move them to the published section, and I can just kind of keep a record of the things that are already done. So we're going to take the example of a planner setup video, and I'm going to show you exactly, we're going to fill out this card fully, and I'm going to show you exactly what I would do for this. So for labels, you can completely customize your labels. Battery died. One moment. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and customize my other labels the way that I normally do. So just to show you some examples of the labels that I use, I've created a few here. And so for this example, this is just going to be a video. So I've added that YouTube tag, and then let's go ahead and tag the other ones with appropriate labels. For a blog post, for example, I want to do blog post. And then let's also give it a Pinterest label. Let's give that a new color. Okay. And then for planner stickers, for example, this would be an example of a product release in my shop. So let's say we're going to do products, just so I know that's something I need to create. And then let's say I'm also going to do a blog post about it, and I'm also going to do a newsletter about it. And this would be if I want all of these things to come out the same day. So for example, if I wanted to do a blog post, I actually would make a separate card for that because I want that to come out on a different day. And all of these are going to have products and newsletter attached to them. So the labels are just really helpful. It is an optional thing, I think, but if you click on them in this view, they kind of disappear. So they can be really small, or you can click on them and so you can actually read them. I usually just have them displayed this way. And then the other thing that you can do with the cards is you can assign them a due date. So in the description, this is typically where I would write a video outline or an outline for my post or whatever it is. I do give every single card a due date, and this is where it gets really exciting. So let's say we want to schedule this video for 12 o'clock p.m. on a Friday. I'm going to save that. My due date is in here, and it also gives you a checkbox, so you can check this off when the project is done. You can also add a checklist. So let's say I'm going to add all the steps that I need to create a video. So we'll say film, edit, work on a thumbnail, work on a description, and then check comments. I know I have a typo there, but we're just going to roll forward. It's really flexible in all the different features that you can add. I'm sure there's more. There's an attachment. You can really be creative with whatever you need your Trello board to have. Now, here is the very cool part. I have assigned this card a due date. So the most important thing about Trello for me is the calendar power-up. So to add this, I'm going to go to power-ups, add power-ups, and I believe you can have just one power up. Oh no, now it says they are unlimited, so that's exciting. The only one that I use is the calendar power-up. So I'm going to click add, and I'll just X out. Now you can see my calendar power-up is right here. So when I click this calendar power-up, you can see that any cards I gave a due date, they're now showing up on my calendar. And this is really nice because you can view your monthly calendar right here in Trello, and it gives you a really good outline of all your projects. But you can also go into settings and put enable sync, and it's going to give you an iCalendar feed that you can actually add into your iCal. And that's what I do, so that all of my Trello due dates show up in my iCal, and when I go to plan my week, they're already in there. So we're going to go into iCal. I have a sample calendar here in iCal that I've already filled out with some of my regular tasks, and these are tasks that are not on my Trello board. They're just some of the other maintenance things that I need to do. So for example, on Monday morning, I always do emails and any admin tasks. Oftentimes on Friday, I'm doing payday and financial tasks. So those are just kind of the regular administrative things that I always need to do. And then I will go in and add my Trello content. So we're going to go new calendar subscription, and we'll just paste that link that Trello gave us and push subscribe. It allows you to customize the settings and the color. I'm going to give it a blue color, and I am going to make sure that it does refresh as often as possible. And I'll just push OK. Synced right away, so you can see my sample board, and I'm just going to call this Trello, so I know those are my Trello items showing up here. Now it's really cool when you click on the Trello card, it actually shows you which list this card is in on Trello. So that way I know which stage of the process this card is in. So for example, this would be a video that I am posting on YouTube, and so I know that it's in filming. Okay, that tells me that I need to work backwards, and that at some point I need to film videos. And whenever I see this film videos in my iCal, if I'm uncertain of what videos I need to film or I've forgotten, this is where I go to my Trello board and I go to my filming videos list here, and I just do whichever ones are in this filming list. And once those videos have been filmed, I'm just going to drag them over to editing. And again, let's add editing videos to our calendar. And if this day comes around and I've forgotten which videos I need to edit, I'll just check the edit videos column here and edit any videos that are in this section. And I can see right away, okay, I only need to edit one planner setup video for this week, and so I know that won't take me as much time, so I can kind of adjust my times as I think that they're needed based on how many tasks I have. Now, let's say I have a new release due. Let's give this a due date. Let's say it's due the following Tuesday at 12 p.m. So this is in the design category, okay? So I'm going to look over here, and it's going to show up on the following Tuesday. This might take a few minutes for it to show up, but I know it's going to be over here. So that means back here this week, I need to start designing for that new release. So I'm going to put in design. I like to give myself blocks of 2.5 hours for design. I'm going to push it up so I have a 30-minute lunch break for this day. And then I know a new release is going to take me several blocks of designing, so I'm going to just kind of adjust my schedule as needed. So we'll give it 3 design blocks, and I only have 1 project in that design list right now, so I think that's going to be plenty of time to get that project done by the following Tuesday. So I hope that kind of helps you explain how I plan my week. I basically work backwards, and this is with only having a couple of due dates in mind. My actual Trello board is full. I have, for each list, I probably have 5 to 10 cards of projects I'm working on. So it does get a little bit complicated the more cards that I have in there, but again, this allows me to work in blocks, and so it's really easy. If I've forgotten what to do, I can refer to my list and I can see those 5 or 10 cards in a row, or in a column rather, and it just helps me know exactly what I need to be working on during that work day. So then on a weekly basis, as I go into my work planner, this is my happy planner. I either use my own inserts that I have designed, and they look like this. They are just a 3-column layout, or sometimes I will use the Happy Planner vertical inserts, and they also have 3 boxes on each column. And so what I do is I personally put my surface design tasks in the top box. I then put my tasks for my online shop in the middle box, and then anything personal or just other tasks goes in the bottom. And then I put when content is due at the bottom of the page. And again, I do have a setup of this work planner on my channel, so if you want to see that in more detail, do check it out. But the whole Trello and iCal system that I've set up, that allows me to know exactly what I need to write down in my work planner. So usually on a Saturday or Sunday, I will take a look at my iCal for the following week, and I will go ahead and write everything in pen on my work planner. I know exactly which tasks need to be worked on. So I hope that helps explain how I use my Trello and iCal as a digital planning system. If you have any questions, or there's any further videos that you'd like to see about digital or paper planning, please do comment them below, because I would love to hear your suggestions. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed and it was helpful for you. I will see you again in my next video. Bye!